Everyone in pop culture right now is talking about the Hailey and Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez drama. Basically, if you haven't seen it, Hailey Bieber is now getting accused of copying everything that Selena Gomez does. This goes from matching tattoos behind the ear to launching beauty brands and even posing similarly on their Instagram feeds. I would like to add to the building evidence. Hi, my name is Victoria Radnothy, and I'm a fashion journalist for the PPA Tour, which basically means I pay attention to everything that the pro pickleball players are wearing, which includes what the number one player in the world, Anna Lee Waters, wears. She is signed with Fila. So when Fila launches a new collaboration line, I'm paying attention. And their most recent collaboration was with Hailey Bieber. Amid all of the internet speculation, I couldn't help but wonder, has Selena Gomez also done an athletic wear line? She has, and it was with Puma back in 2019. So I did a deep dive and found some shocking similarities between both of these collections. Let's dive in. The Selena Gomez and Puma collection is extensive. The line has a lot of options. It features shoes, leggings, puffer jackets, windbreakers, jersey style knits, so many cute things. If you look at some of the options in the collection, it so clearly has an aesthetic. All of the pieces are the definition of interchangeable and have a similar cohesive color palette with navy and white, and then the occasional pops of pink. It's a lot of color blocking and super sporty with jersey detailing, which I think is a fun touch, and I wish we saw more of that in the 2020s, but it's very fun. Selena described this as preppy, baggy, and rugby inspired, which I found to be very interesting. And when you look at kind of some of these ideas and with the numbers and just the mesh details, I couldn't help but also see a menswear inspired flair and like touch into this, and I thought it was just so well done. And then looking at the promotional photos and videos that they did, it features Selena in this like library setting, and the overall vibe of this feels like a preppy boarding school in England. I don't know if you see it too, but there's something about, this series of photos that just looks so, it just gives off that vibe, and I think it's so fun and like so 2019. Like, I love the nostalgia looking at this now. It's just really lovely. I see the vision and I just think it's gorgeous. So let's look at Hailey's. This collection is a lot more recent. It launched in the spring of 2025. It is just classic Fila, okay? It's very racket sports based, and it feels like what you would wear at like a sophisticated country club in the Hamptons in the summer. Like, that's the vibe of this, and I kind of love it. It's like very different than Selena's, but just as fun and just as lovely. I think we need room for both. And this collection has a lot of sweaters and skirts and also baby tees. I love how, you get to see kind of the modernization of athleisure and athletic wear. Like the Fila line is a lot more trendy compared to Selena's, but just so pretty. The Hailey Bieber collection has those neutrals, black, white, and heather gray, but they also throw in some emerald green and butter yellow. I just think it's really stunning and so beautiful. The silhouettes are more updated with Fila's collection, with Hailey's, but that's just par for the course. We can expect that. But I would argue that the woman who bought the Selena Gomez and Puma collection also is buying now in 2025 the Fila and Hailey Bieber collection, because there are so many similarities. First off, just the fact that they both have athletic wear collabs is kind of crazy. They did a very similar thing where it was an athletic wear line that is for athletes. It's not some of these other brands that are coming into the athleisure wear space, like, Abercrombie or something like that. No, they decided to do like, it's like Nike and Adidas. Like, what? And it's interesting that they both got their collaborations in a similar way. Selena was a brand ambassador for Puma, so she was posting adorable pictures of herself in Puma regularly. And of course, a collaboration was kind of the natural follow up. Same thing with Hailey. Hailey was posting an adorable picture of like a vintage Fila sweater vest that she cropped. and people just loved it and said, "Where did you get it?" And so after that really big viral moment, Fila approached her and said, "Let's do a collab." And of course, she said yes. The overall aesthetic of both of these collections are very clean, sleek, and sporty. And now, before you argue with me and tell me, "Oh, well, it's an athletic wear line, of course it's sporty." Hold on. Yes, athletic wear is inherently sporty because of the fabrics and the silhouette. Like, duh, I know. But I have to argue with you because as athleisure continues to evolve and develop, sporty isn't as dominating when it comes to athleisure fashion. Just because it's from a sporty line doesn't make it aesthetically sporty. Think about the 11 nil dresses that are corset tops. Those corset tops are a lot more feminine, they're girly. They don't really have that sporty vibe. Look at this collection from Altered State. It is very feminine, it's dainty, it's girly. Looking at that and then comparing it to Puma and Fila, clearly there is an aesthetic difference. Yes, they both are sporty, but no. Puma and Fila are a lot more clean and sleek and effortlessly cool. And that's another thing. I think both of these collabs give off this cool girl energy that I respect. Both of these collections also feature windbreakers and tracksuits in addition to kind of the staples of athleisure wear. And they both decided to go in a nostalgic direction for these lines. Hailey coined hers as 90s nostalgia, and Selena's is also very 90s nostalgia. I think that's interesting too that they both went for that nostalgic and similar era of inspiration. Something that I thought was super interesting is Hailey Bieber wanted to prioritize that feeling of a shared wardrobe. You know that feeling when you like steal your boyfriend's hoodie and you love it because it like smells like him and you wear it out with your little skirt or something? That was the feeling that Hailey was going for because she loves that nostalgia of a shared wardrobe. And I would argue if you look at Selena's, it's pretty dang similar. You cannot tell me that that's not the jersey from her boyfriend. Like that gives the same energy, doesn't it? Like I can't unsee it. So it's funny that both of them even have that in common, and I think that's also like a highly specific thing. But let's talk the differences. Selena embraced the fall and winter aesthetic, kind of sporty vibe, mainly just because she said rugby and it's her promotional videos and photos take place in a library. So I'm just thinking of, boarding school aesthetic and that kind of thing. So it feels very fall and winter, where Hailey's is very summer and spring. Selena's feels a lot more street style because of the oversized and baggy jackets and leggings and beanies. It's very like cool street style, especially for 2019, where Hailey's is a lot more elevated and kind of has that feeling of like model off duty. But that could be because Hailey is a literal model. So maybe that's also contributing to why I feel that way. But I would argue that Selena's is a lot more cohesive. I think because it is so strictly following that navy and white color palette, like truly everything in this collection is interchangeable and would look good with the other pieces. Hailey's is a lot more experimental with the colors, so maybe you shouldn't go that crazy pairing the yellow with the green like you could, but it wouldn't be as cohesive looking or as like sleek if, you didn't just do all yellow or something. I would argue that makes it not as cohesive as Selena's. I also think it's something to note that Selena, because she did her promotional videos in a library, it almost ages down the collection, whereas Hailey's did it where she's juggling groceries and spilling coffee, and she has that kind of busy mom vibe with her promotional shoot. I think that ages up the collection and both being the right choice. I think they both are good. But at least Hailey's didn't take place at a library too. I was worried I was going to discover that. But let's talk which one I think is better. Personally, I like Hailey's better. I am just so obviously biased towards racket sports. Especially if you give me a pleated tennis skirt and like a little sweater, and it's butter yellow, like that's my favorite color. That's just what I love. So that being said, if I were choosing which collaboration to rock when I hit the pickleball court, I'm obviously picking Hailey's because it's Fila. It's worn by Annalie Waters, so of course I want to look as fashionable as she does when I hit the court. It's just kind of an obvious choice. But if I wanted to be cool streetwear style, I would go Selena's all day. When it comes to the price, Puma takes the win. Selena's is a lot more affordable, even though it was 2019. It still is a lot more affordable compared to Fila's higher price tag. If money were no object, though, I'm picking Fila. Selena Gomez really beat Hailey Bieber to the punch with this specific collaboration, and I just think it is utterly fascinating because it is yet another piece of evidence that is building the case for some strange happenings in Hollywood. Which collection is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to keep up to date with all things pickleball fashion, go to pickleball.com or follow us on Instagram. If you want to be a part of pickleball fashion history, find a PPA tour stop near you and watch the pros battle it out for gold and see who's gonna win best dressed. So go dress up and play pickleball. Bye!